Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to install a Minecraft server using hosted on AWS. So the first thing you want to do is obviously create an AWS account, and once you create an account you'll be greeted by the management console. And the first thing we're going to check is the region. So you want to select the region closest to you. So I live in Australia, and Sydney is pretty close compared to Singapore or Tokyo. This should be automatic, but it's always good to check. And then the next thing you want to do is go to EC2. Now to go to EC2, you can either search it in the box here, so top box here, EC2, and just click on this, or click on Services, Compute, EC2. Okay, now that we're here, you want to create a new EC2 instance. Now an EC2 instance is just a virtual machine which will run the Minecraft server. And we're going to click on Launch Instance. We're going to find Ubuntu, just because I'm sort of used to it. So just type in Ubuntu in the search box here, hit enter, and we're going to select Ubuntu 18.4 LTS. Obviously you can install this in other Linux distros, but yeah, I'm just used to it. So we're going to select, so with the free tier, that can work, but there's usually not enough RAM to host like a Minecraft server. So we're going to go something with a bit larger, so I'm going to go with the T2 medium. And you can find the pricing all online. It's just Google it, so AWS pricing. Yeah, it should be there. So yeah. Back to the. So we're going to click next, configure instance details. And this is just the configuration settings. This is the networking portion. We can leave it all for the default default network and subnet. And you want to make sure that you select auto assign IP, so that way you can access the server. So yeah, we're going to click next. Oh, and the user data section you can use to run scripts. So to sort of speed up the process. But yeah, we'll leave it as nothing for now. Sorry for this demonstration. So we're going to select. We're going to click next, and it's going to be the add storage section. And we want to add a storage that can fit the server. So by default, it's going to be 8 gigs, and you do get up to 30 gigabytes for free, which is pretty cool. But we're going to make it 20 gigs. That should be enough. Click next. Now there's the tag section. This can be used to manage your resources, in the sense that you can create key value pairs that can get tagged to different AWS resources. But for this tutorial, it's a bit too much, I guess. So we'll just create a name. We'll just name a server like Minecraft server. Oh, it's already there. Click next. Now, security groups. This is the firewall for your server, and what a firewall does, it blocks certain IP addresses or certain internet traffic from accessing it. By default, it's going to block everything, and it should automatically select SSH. If not, you just click on Add Rule, SSH. And what SSH does, it allows you to remotely, securely connect into the server for us to complete the configuration. And we're going to select 0.0.0/0 for the source. Now what this means is that you're allowing all traffic from the internet. That isn't very good for SSH. You should select my IP, but I don't want to reveal my IP address on this video. So yeah, for your own server, you should select my IP. We're just going to call it SSH. And now we're going to add the ports needed for the Minecraft server to operate on. So we're going to select a new rule, custom UDP rule. Custom UDP rule, and this is going to be a range. So from port 1932 to 19 blah blah blah. Now this will allow all IP addresses, and we'll call it something like Minecraft port. We'll add another UDP rule. So make sure you select UDP. And this time it will be 25565 blah blah blah, and we're going to again allow all traffic. And now we're going to add the last rule, and that's going to be a TCP rule, so make sure it's TCP selected for the protocol, and it's going to be this port number 255 blah 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 65. And again, we're going to allow all traffic. I'm going to click review and launch. Oh yeah, I am recording. sorry about that. And this is all these scary messages. That should be okay. I'm going to click launch, and now we're going to create a SSH key, which allows us to connect to the server. So create new key value. Name mine Minecraft. I'm going to click download. Oh, already exists. Sorry. I'm going to call it Minecraft demo. Click download. Now that's downloaded, this section we're going to launch the instance. And make sure you don't lose this key here, because if you lose it, it's going to be quite hard to access your EC2 instance. And we're going to click on view instance, and now it's just in the pending state. Just wait for it to finish running, and it will take like, I don't know, a few minutes or so. Okay, so now that the server is running, you can tell with the running icon, we're going to download a tool called Putty. So all you got to do is type in download Putty, and click on the first link, and just click download and install Putty, and etc, etc, etc. Okay, so now you have Putty downloaded. You want to open Putty keygen, and you can just search PuttyGen on your computer, and it will open up. I'm going to close that one, and I want to locate the file I just downloaded, to the Minecraft demo.pem. And this is a bit tricky, so on the bottom right you want to click on all files, because it's pretty stupid, only loads the ppk file which Putty uses. Click open. Now it's loaded the key, and you want to save the private key, and it's okay to save it without a password. And Minecraft demo, I'm call it _Putty. Click save. Cool, now we have the key. The only thing to do is to connect to the server and continue configuring the Ubuntu server. So I'm going to open Putty, and I'm going to find the IP address of the server that we're running. So I'm going to scroll to the right, and it's the public IPv4 address, not the IPv4 DNS. Well, you can use that, but I think, yeah, you can. So we're going to go to SSH authentication. Browse, and we're going to look for the ppk file that we just found. So we just generated. Click open, and a little trick here is click back on sessions. I'm going to delete this save session, and you can call it, let's say, Minecraft, and you click save. So next time you just click Minecraft, you click open, and it automatically loads your Putty configuration. So I got a little box here. I'm going to click accept. And now I'll type in the username. I believe it's Ubuntu. Awesome. So now we want to install Oracle. We want to run a sudo apt-update. And what this will do is it will pull files from the repository, and it'll just download these files. And we want to run an upgrade, sudo apt-upgrade. Hit enter. And we want to update all this stuff. So this is similar to sort of updating phone applications on your phone iOS store, whatever it's called, but the Linux version. And I'm going to pause the video, and I'll come back once it's finished downloading. So now that it's finished downloading, we want to add the actual repository for Java 16. And in order to do that, it's just sudo add-apt-repository ppa blah blah blah, and this is the Java 16 repository. We'll hit enter. We're going to hit enter again. It's going to do its thing. And it's now added it's now adding to the repository. So now we can run another. Now we can install Java 16. So it's just sudo apt install Oracle Java 16. Hit Y, enter. Okay. We're going to use the left and right arrow. Click OK. Click yes. Yep. Yes. Now it's just doing its thing again. It's a lot of waiting for the tutorial. So I'm going to pause this and come back again. Okay, now that it's finished downloading, we want to check the version of Java. So Java tac, I think it's double tac version, single tac. We'll see. Okay, it's double tac. So it's Java version 16, which is good. It's the one that we need to install the Minecraft server on. And now the next thing we're going to install is Screen. Now what Screen does, it allows you to run applications while you're not actually connected to your session. So this is the Putty SSH session, and the second you close this, it actually closes all the applications you have running, which is obviously bad for a server. So we're going to install sudo apt install Screen, hit enter. Now you can see mine's already been installed. And now we're going to create a new folder or a new directory called Minecraft. So I want to check my current directory. To do that, I'm going to type in pwd, hit enter, and you can see I'm in my home directory, and for the user Ubuntu. Now I'm going to make a new folder with the command mkdir, so make directory, and call it Minecraft. Now I'm going to cd into this folder, and I'm going to check the folder is created with the ls command, and you can see that it has been created. So it's cd Minecraft, and a little trick here is if you press tab, it will autocomplete your command line. So hit tab, and it autocompletes it, and hit enter. Now you can see this has changed, so I'm in the Minecraft directory. The next thing we're going to do is download Minecraft. Sorry, not download Minecraft, we're going to download the files required. So you want to go on the Minecraft server homepage. So what you want to do is click on this link that I'll have in the description, and you want to right click this file and right click this link and copy link address, because we want that link. And we go back to Putty, and we're going to download it using an application called wget. And in order to paste commands, I should have mentioned this earlier, you can right click in Putty, so that's my bad. I'm going to hit enter, and now, wow, that's really fast. I wish I had the same internet, but I sort of live in Australia, so yeah, it's not happening. Okay, now that the file is downloaded, I'm going to check the file is downloaded using the ls command. So ls, and you can see the file got downloaded, and it's named server.jar. Now that's a pretty crappy name, so we're going to rename it to something more useful. So I'm going to rename it to this actually, so Minecraft server. I'm going to copy this, go back here, and the command to rename stuff is the move command, so mkdir. I know it's weird, but that's the way Unix systems are. So again, I'm going to tab autocomplete, so that's the file I want to target, server.jar, right click to paste, and that's a new file name. Hit enter, ls, and the change was made. Okay, so now we're going to run this command. So I'm going to go back to I'm going to copy this command. I'm going to go back to the Minecraft server, to the Putty session, and I'm going to change the first option to 3500 megabits instead of 1 gigabit, instead of 1000 megabits. So this option is how much RAM is going to be allocated to the Minecraft server. And the second option is no GUI, so we're not going to have a GUI. Hit enter. Now, just wait, I guess, and there should be an error message. Yep, so this is good. So we need to agree to the EULA, or the terms of services. And in order to do that, we're going to modify. So we're going to modify the file. So ls, you should have now downloaded, a bunch of these random files. And it's the eula.txt we're after. So we're going to use an easy editor called nano. So just nano, the name of the file, EU, hit tab, it should autocomplete, enter. You can use the arrow keys. We're going to go down to change the false to a true, just hitting backspace. And we're going to save it. I believe it's Control O. Yep, and it's asking which file to name it as. Let's hit enter, so we can rename the original file. And Control X is to exit. So now that's done, we can now run the server using screen. So we're going to use screen to attach the Minecraft server to, so that if we close down this connection, it's still running. So it's going to be called, I'm just going to call it Minecraft server, something random. Hit enter, and now you can see that it sort of jumped me down. So this is now a screen session, and then we can run the original command that we used. So you just hit up. So another trick, if you hit up, it will show the previous commands you've used. So I just hit the up arrow, and I'm going to hit enter. Hopefully this works. Now, a little tip, if you want to detach from this session, you press Control A and D, I believe, and then that will detach from the session. And if you want to reattach, you press Control R. So I'll show that in a bit. So right now it's just generating the world, and it's the biome somewhere, survival stuff. I'm not too sure. I haven't played Minecraft since the alpha, since like CNAN has released the alpha edition, and that's been a while. So it's preparing a spawn area, so it looks like it's actually working. Okay, so it's now generating the whole world, and I'll show you how to detach the screen session. So if you want to detach from this, it's Control AD, Yeah, that's correct. And then I think it's screen tac R, and the session number is up here, so 26093. But if you don't have that, you can always type screen tac ls, and it will show you all the yeah, it's recording, sorry. So it will show you all the session numbers, and it's 26903, so we'll keep that in mind. So I believe it's screen tac R 26903. Yep, there we go. So we're back in the server, and you can see that the server is finished building. And I'm going to hop back to my Minecraft and try log in. Sorry, before I log into Minecraft, I just want to make a note of something. So you want to go back to your AWS console, and you want to take a note of this IP address, because this is the IP address we'll be using to connect to the Minecraft server. Okay, so I'm back. Hopefully the capturing is not really choppy. Oh, whoops, yep, allow. Click direct connect, plug in the server IP, and now it's connecting to server. So that actually worked. I'm pretty surprised. But yeah, I'll quickly show you how to actually edit the files, game files. So let me just leave this. So if you want to edit your server files, or server configuration, what you want to do is you want to first see what directory you're in. So I'm in the home directory. I want to navigate to the Minecraft directory, just the CE command, type ls, and ls just lists out all the files in the folder or the directory. And I believe it's under server properties, so if I nano server properties, hit enter. Now this is all the server properties that I can, change. So I believe there's like draw distance, view distance, a whole bunch of settings that you can, play around with. And all you want to do is to save it, you just press Control O, enter, Control X, and then spin up the server again. So just a little tip, you can shut down the server in order to save cost when you're not using it. So to shut down the server, just make sure you have the server selected, and click on Stop Instance, and that will stop the instance. And in order to start up the instance again, you just click on Start Instance. So all you have to do once the instance is started, is connect to the server using Putty and the SSH key you have. And whoops, it's doing weird stuff. And just type screen tac s, the same command, so Minecraft demo, and then just type in this command here. But do keep in mind that when you do stop and start the server, the public IP address here does change, and in order for it to not change, you have to assign an elastic IP, which is pretty much a static IP. And I'll have a link in the description about a sort of write-up that can help you do that if you wish, because it does get quite annoying.